Assalamu alaikum. I hope all of you are doing well. I'm here to share some of the updates from the months of August and September. ये जो टाइम होता है एकेडमिक ईयर का, ये हम लोगों के लिए तो काफ़ी ज़्यादा ओवरवेलमिंग होता है, बिकॉज़ ये वो टाइम होता है जहाँ पे कुछ नई फैमिलीज हमें ज्वाइन कर रही होती हैं, कभी कभी कुछ नए टीम मेंबर्स होते हैं वो ज्वाइन कर रहे होते हैं, कुछ सिस्टम्स होते हैं जो कि इन प्लेस ला रहे होते हैं, स्केड्यूल्स बन रहे होते हैं. तो काफ़ी ज़्यादा कमोशन होता है ऑन ग्राउंड एंड टूवर्ड्स द एंड ऑफ सितंबर थिंग्स स्टार्ट सेटलिंग इन एंड दैट्स द टाइम जहाँ पे हम फिर अपनी क्लासरूम ऑब्जर्वेशन स्टार्ट करते हैं एंड वी ट्राई टू सी कि जो हमारा विजन है, जो हमारा स्ट्रक्चर है, सिस्टम है, वो किस हद तक इम्प्लीमेंट हो पा रहा है. सो नाउ वी आर काइंड ऑफ एंटरिंग फेज 2 एंड समथिंग दैट इज़ a big challenge for us as well, and something that remains a priority is establishing a culture at the school where people who are on the team and families who are with us and all of us as a community, we are here for the same reason. We sort of have the same vision for learning for our children and the same vision for the idea of respect for children जो जिससे हमने स्टार्ट किया था 9 years ago. So we try to make sure कि हमारा जो कल्चर है वो साथ साथ हम उस पर काम करते रहें. That's something that kind of goes on for the rest of the year as well. आपके हवाले से the next important announcement to look out for is the announcement for parent workshops जो कि हमने we have shared the schedule for it and हमने इस semester की जितनी भी parent workshops हैं वो announce कर दी हैं. There are 4 of them and I would request you to attend as many of them as you can because उससे 2 फ़ायदे होते हैं. एक तो ये है कि you get to learn about the vision of the school and the processes at school that are in place to help your children learn. And the second reason why you should attend them is that they allow you to become better facilitators for your children to learn. क्योंकि alternate learning या democratic ऐसी learning है which is unlike the learning that we have had while growing up and going to traditional schools. So if there is anything else that you need to know about your child's learning process, then that is what we try to cover through these workshops. So कोशिश पूरी कीजिएगा कि आप इन्हें अटेंड करें. एक एडिशनल चीज़ जो आपको इस दफ़ा नज़र आएगी, those are the parent mixers and one of our parents, Ma'am Saba, she was the one who asked us to consider having them on the calendar as well. And I think it was a great idea because इससे पहले हमारे अगर community event था तो एक one off बहुत large scale event होता था. But I think having regular more frequent events is going to make sure कि अगर कोई एक event आपसे miss भी हो जाता है तो you still get a lot of opportunities to interact with the other people in the community, be it the teachers, be it other parents in the community. टीचर्स की तरफ से एक स्पेशल रिक्वेस्ट ये थी कि प्लीज़ मेक श्योर कि ये जो हमारे इवेंट्स हैं दे डोंट टर्न इनटू PTMs बिकॉज दे आर आल्सो कमिंग इनटू दीज इवेंट्स एज पार्टिसिपेंट्स, नॉट एज एम्प्लॉयज़, नॉट एज टीम मेंबर्स. दे आर आल्सो कमिंग हियर टू नो यू एंड योर फैमिली ऑन अ पर्सनल लेवल. सो कोशिश कीजिएगा कि अगर कोई भी एकेडमिक डिस्कशंस हैं या PTM लाइक डिस्कशंस हैं तो उनको आप या तो you can take a separate meeting for that and have a discussion about those things over there, or you can wait for the PTMs, which we do have around 4 of them every year. And बाकी एक चीज़ है, एक टॉपिक है जिसके बारे में ऑफ एंड ऑन बात होती है. हमने लास्ट ईयर एक बहुत बड़ा सेशन भी किया था सेफ स्कूल एडोपिया का जिसमें वी टच्ड अपॉन द आइडिया ऑफ बुलिंग. बट आई थिंक मूविंग फॉरवर्ड व्हाट हैज़ बिकम इवन मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट इज़ द नीड टू डिफाइन व्हाट बुलिंग इज़. सो स्कूल के लेवल पे हम क्या करते हैं टू कीप योर चिल्ड्रन सेफ, उसकी डिटेल्स हमने हैंडबुक में भी शेयर की हुई हैं, बट आई कैन क्विकली गो ओवर इट एज़ वेल. इसके हम अकॉर्डिंग टू द एज ऑफ द चाइल्ड हम we do determine what the course of action is going to be. So for younger children, it is always going to be a process that is primarily focused on having a conversation and resolving a conflict and helping the children resolve their conflict. जैसे जैसे बच्चे बड़े होते हैं and उनकी theory of mind develop होती है, उनकी operational thinking develop होती है, and as you might by this time also understand कि छोटे बच्चों का जो brain का overall structure है, that too is something that's very different from the brain of a teenager and then the brain of an adult, because prefrontal cortex जो होता है बच्चों का वो बहुत ज़्यादा well developed नहीं होता, and the children are very emotional beings with a weaker impulse control because of their brain structure. And छोटे बच्चे, ख़ास तौर पे प्री स्कूल के बच्चे हैं या लेवल AB के बच्चे हैं, those are very young children who do not have a very clear idea of the long-term consequence of their actions. So they tend to be a lot more impulsive than older students. And I'm sure impulse control is something that we continue to at times struggle with in our lives. And this is something that we have to master over the years of our life. But obviously for us to be able to do that, our brain structure kind of needs to support us in doing that. In छोटे बच्चों के लिए this is harder than it is for adults, जिसकी वजह से for younger children we don't have very hard consequences. We talk to them, we stop them, we help them understand how they have hurt another person, और उनकी वजह से अगर किसी को तकलीफ पहुंची है तो how can they make up to that person and understand the perspective of another person. But it's a very slow process, and it is a process जिसमें उन्हें बार बार कहना पड़ता है till you get results, and for at times results take a lot of time as well. जैसे बच्चे बड़े होते हैं, so for us around middle years is the time when they have a very structured level of consequences for all different kinds of infractions that they might end up having in terms of their behavior and discipline. तो वो हमने आउटलाइन किया हुआ है हैंडबुक में. पेरेंट्स से जो हम सपोर्ट मांगते हैं वो ये है, वो 3 तरह की होती है. वन इज़ के अपने बच्चों को हिट ना करें, अपने बच्चों को स्कोल्ड ना करें, उन पे चीखें नहीं, उन्हें डांटें नहीं बहुत ज़्यादा, बिकॉज दीज आर ऑल लर्नड बिहेवियर्स. अगर बच्चा घर पे इस चीज़ इज़ बीइंग सब्जेक्टेड टू दीज थिंग्स, दैट देयर आर चांसेस एंड दैट चाइल्ड कम्स एंड हिट्स अदर चिल्ड्रन और इज़ वेरी loud and aggressive towards them, because this is something that they have learned कि अगर मुझे डांट पड़ती है तो इस तरह से पड़ती है, या when I'm angry this is how, when my parent is angry then this is how they express their anger, so this is how I'm going to express my anger too, which then becomes a disservice to the community. And the third thing is कि अगर पेरेंट्स का आपस में कोई कॉन्फ्लिक्ट आता है तो पूरी कोशिश की जाए कि बच्चे वो विटनेस ना करें, एटलीस्ट नॉट द लाउड एस्पेक्ट ऑफ इट और द कन्फ्रंटेशनल एस्पेक्ट ऑफ इट, जहाँ पे खुदा न खासा द पेरेंट्स आर हैविंग अ डिस्कशन जिसके अंदर there's a hard exchange going on, then the children should not be present in the same room to witness those kind of things. So these are the 3 things that we do request the parents to do. And इसके अलावा ये होता है कि अगर आपके पास कोई रिपोर्ट आती है that your child has hurt another child, तो हमारी आपसे ये फिर expectation होती है that आप you first and foremost support us in this. If your child has hit another child or has been emotionally making someone's life a little difficult, तो आप अपने बच्चे से बात करें, आप उन्हें stop करें ये करने से. You check upon the child, you check upon the family and see if everything's okay and try to build a good relationship with them. एक चीज़ जिससे हमारी गारंटी है कि हम आपको प्रोटेक्शन प्रोवाइड करेंगे इन दिस कम्युनिटी इज़ कि अगर कोई भी पेरेंट्स ऐसे हैं जिनको हम रीच आउट करते हैं और हम उनसे ये अपना कंसर्न शेयर करते हैं कि देयर चाइल्ड हैज़ हर्ट समवन, एंड आगे से वो कोई ऐसी बात करते हैं कि जी हाँ हमने ही बताया कि 1 लगाए तो 2 लगाओ, या दे आर नॉट वेरी कोऑपरेटिव एंड दे एक्चुअली इनकरेज बैड बिहेवियर, या दे आर नॉट willing to accept that there is a problem, then yes, we might part ways with that family. We most definitely will. But if a family is saying that yes, we are willing to work with you and we are going to give you all the support that you need to make sure that my child is not a source of harm for other children, then we're going to continue working with that family and that child to get results out of it. यहाँ पे आप सबसे जो रिक्वेस्ट है मेरी वो ये है कि जितने भी बच्चे इस कम्युनिटी में हैं वो हम सबके बच्चे हैं, चाहे वो आपका बच्चा है या चाहे वो किसी और का बच्चा है. वी आर ऑल कनेक्टेड विद ईच अदर बिकॉज वी आर वन बिग ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल who come together every day, and who have similar values and are here for the same reason. So please make sure कि अगर आप किसी के और के बच्चे के बारे में बात करें तो you use the best words to talk about what has happened, and आप support सीख करें. लेकिन अगर खुदा न खासा आप किसी और के बच्चे को बुली लेबल करेंगे या आप किसी भी तरह से इस दूसरे बच्चे के बारे में बात करेंगे which is in words which are not very appropriate, then I'm going to stand and protect that child, because that child's parents are not there to witness what is being said about them. So that is where I do draw a boundary. So मैं सबसे यही रिक्वेस्ट करूँगी कि चाहे बच्चा विक्टिम है या परपिट्रेटर है, both children need support, love and care, and हमें as a community वो love, care, support उन्हें देनी है to help them understand how they can be better to each other. Bullying is a word that is being overused in all I think, places in the society in general. At times you get to hear a lot of it at the school as well. And I would request everyone to refrain from using this word or label unless it is really bullying. Bullying is real. I understand that and I accept that bullying is a real problem. But not all bad behaviors, not every inconvenience, not every annoyance, not every argument or conflict is going to be bullying. So अगर आप किसी बच्चे के लिए ये वर्ड यूज़ कर रहे हैं then you have to make sure that it fulfills the definition of bullying. And I'm going to add a link to this video so that हम सब एक पेज पे हों कि हम किस तरह के एक्शंस को bullying के realm के अंदर लेकर आएंगे और किस तरह के एक्शंस को हम bullying नहीं consider करेंगे. We might consider it as bad behavior and we'd encourage the students not to pick up such behaviors, or we talk to students from not doing those things कि किसी को hurt ना करें, लेकिन हम उनको bullies label नहीं करेंगे. And I really need your support on this. And even like अपनी ज़िंदगियों में, this is such an important topic for the society at large, that if you ever see another family hating on a child or their family, I think it's very important for us to take a stand and say कि 4 साल का बच्चे को bully मत कहें आप, या इतने छोटे बच्चे के ऊपर ये label ना लगाएं, and own the child who's also giving someone a hard time, because maybe that child went through a hard time, and try to understand that child better as well. So ये collective effort है हम सबकी, and आप सबकी support चाहिए to make sure that the school is actually really a safe. But that it also has to be a compassionate place to begin with. So that is on the bullying front. And Baki, I have met quite a few new families as well, but if there is any family who has not personally had an interaction with me, I have been giving out 20 minutes Zoom sessions just to get to know your family. You don't have to come all the way to Banigala or to IET to have that meeting. We can meet over Zoom, and I'll share the links with the families who have not yet met me, so that we can also have a quick session to learn about your expectations. And even if you're an existing family, an old family, and you just want to touch base, meet, interact over a cup of coffee or otherwise, I'm here, Aisha is here, Ma'am Samreen is here, the coordinators are here. You can reach out to us with any issue that you have through the help desk. That is our formal channel of communication, and that's the only one that is really regularly monitored. Lastly, we have put up a post about our camping trip. हम 2019 के बाद अब camping जा रहे हैं, so we're extremely excited about it. And जो हमारा पूरा ये process है वो youth impact की team जो है वो facilitate कर रही है. So if you can, please try to make it to this trip, because जब आप और families के साथ, बच्चों के साथ, हमारे साथ एक पूरा दिन रात गुजारते हैं, so that experience on its own is extremely wholesome, and बहुत ज़्यादा you come close as a community after that kind of an event. So that is it for now, and I hope to see you soon on Friday, and I will be back with another set of updates towards the end of this month. अपना ख्याल रखिएगा.